Hi guys, welcome back. This is Sathonan here on the Daily Grind, and I'm receiving notifications. What a wonderful coincidence. Anyways, this is going to be, I promise, a real quick video. This is going to be just um, a video for you to compare my stats on Deadshot before I gear him to 11. So I want you to take notice. I'm gonna pause this video and do all the required grinding in between. I have almost 10.5 million essence, and here are my materials. This is why I tell you that you shouldn't worry about making the jump, because even though it's going to be a heavy grind just to get the almost 200 end metal level 2 to get to gear 11, it's doable in a day. I have just a bit above 10k gold, or just a bit under. I have to check this right now, but see, my heaviest grind is going to be material 2 end metal. It's just incredible the amount of level 2 materials that are needed. So I only have to go for the rares. I need 45 end metal level 3 because it takes 60 to upgrade the 2 pieces. But the one that is going to take more, here 45 and 45, it's 90, and 50, that's 140, 185 end metal level 2, no, 190, 85 and 50, that's over 200 end metal level 2 that I have to grind to gear Deadshot. Now I have to gear Deadshot to counter the current meta, and he is one of the eligible toons for the Red Hood event in about 2 weeks. So I want to get him to 11 in advance, because I'm also going to try to gear Scarecrow to 11. They are both similar. And that was the materials. I have to do a lot of grinding. I don't have red agents, so I have to do that. And when I return to this screen in around an hour or so after I finish doing the grind, I'm going to show you just how low my essence get. So let's go, and I'm going to do the level 3 first. I already have to reset. So yeah, 8,500 gold. That's going to go to around 5k after I finish, because I only have to do the last level. And it's random. It's completely random. So please take note that I'm going to use as much speed force as I can to speed this up. But it's 8.5 gold and 10.4.5 million essence. I have already done all the grinding for my other materials. I have already done the 3 Lord of the Unliving, 3 energy, 3 mystics, and I have already done 3 physicals and all the rings events for today. This is on Saturday night, so I'm going to focus on this thing. So that's for comparison's sake, just for you to know. You can check how much I have on the previous screen, or you can pause the video if you are watching this on YouTube, so you know that I didn't start at absolute zero for anything. but it's still a heavy grind. It's still going to take some time, but it can be done in a day. I want to counter this perception that gearing up to 11 takes a long time, that it's something that free players can do. I haven't invested 1 cent in this game, and I won't do that until they release something that is worthwhile to support the game. Other games I buy, for example, on DC Unchained, there is something that lets you accumulate the dispatch missions, so you only have to log in once a day for 1 month, and it's very affordable. It's under $10, I believe, so it's kind of a subscription. You don't really need it, but you also support the game, and I have already bought a couple of items over at DC Unchained. But I'm against this nickel and diming and gouging that most of the mobile games do to players. But that's a discussion for another time. So just take this into account. I'm just going to go here, and since I use the magnifying glass, it's going to keep track. I'm just going to show you real quick before I start the real heavy grinding. And I'm going to Speed Force. So it keeps track of how many you had and how many you have yet to farm. So now I only need 43 end metal level 3, and end metal is one of the rarest materials, but sometimes it's very rare. You can even get up to 8, but it's very rare. The average is between sorry, the average is between 4 and 5. That's what you're going to get in the long run. If you want to get 50 end metal level 3, you usually have to reset 10 times. So for every 1000 gold, you're going to get 50 end metal level 3. That's 10 runs. That's actually 900 gold because the first one is free. And I only count, when doing these calculations, the rare metal, because of the other 3 I have thousands of the damn things. And you can check here real quick. I have over 1000 Promethium, almost 400 Inertron, and over 1300 Valorium pieces. So that's not of my concern. I only want to farm, or I only come to farm end metal. And I have to accrue 60 of these. So I'll come back to you in a while. I'm going to pause the video for a bit, and I'm going to do the grinding. It's going to take between 1 hour, an hour and a half, or if some real life stuff happens, then it's going to take longer, but it's going to be done today. So I'll be back in a bit. Alright, I'm back. I have finished farming my end metal, and it actually took 5 resets. So 500 gold to get around 45, 47 pieces of end metal level 3. And I have already finished farming my end metal. I used Speed Force, so this is just a couple of minutes after I paused the video. And now I go back to the character screen, and since I need more end metal level 2 than Inertron pieces, then when I get around 60 or 80 end metal pieces, then I'm completely sure that I'm going to have enough Inertron pieces level 2 to do the upgrades. So I go back to the map, And since now my speed force is rather low, I'm going to have to do this manually. So I just go inside, and this is way faster because most of my tunes are already gear 10. When I started the game, I abused the physicals. So yeah, I want him. This is a pretty good team for clearing the material events. Of course, when you stop being a newbie, but you could replace this Robin with Batman, CC, and if you don't have Harley or you don't have uh, Castaway, you can replace him with Bane or Harley Jester. But since I want this to go real fast because I'm going to be doing a lot of farming, this is going to take around 1000 gold. So yeah, I want to do this, and I picked this team because it's fast and it never skips a turn buffing. I'm just going to show you real quick. Starting in autoplay. Area of effect, and Robin buffs 3 times, so he's going to kill somebody now. And then of course Harley kills somebody else and she starts accruing strength ups. So this is going to go real quick. This is the reason I chose this particular team. Robin is gear 8, but he gets so many buffs that it's the same as if he was gear 11. That compensates the fact that he is a single target and has no AoE. And that was that. Goodbye, Doomsday. Thanks for the good times. And so it starts. Now I have to grind again and again and again. So check that out. I just resetted and I still have 7.9 thousand gold and still over 10 million. The whole farming is going to take around 500,000, and there's another 500,000 or so for actually upgrading the stuff. And the heaviest part is going to be taking Deadshot from 63 to 70, which I have been doing over the days. If you plan this ahead of time, like, you don't have to do this reactively like I'm doing right now. If you actually plan to do this, just keep saving your color material for the guy that you want. You need around 2000 combined Agent 4 and 5 to do a full tune from 0 to 70. So I might, if they keep feeding us information like this, like we have a 2 weeks notice on the eligible tunes for Red Hood, if they do that and next week or in 2 weeks they give us the full eligible list for January, then I start saving materials for the free tune on January, just to show you, using just colored agent, how much money you need to level up a tune. So I'm going to go nearly broke. I'm gonna go down to 3 or 4 million after finishing this, but it's completely doable. And I'm going to get back, the month is just starting, I still have 3 weeks to farm money for January. So it's completely doable. I want to get rid of this myth that it's impossible to gear guys to 11 every month without fail. So you just saw, I already did the Ocean Master, and I'm going to do Hard Gun, Deadshot, And I'm going to have enough money next month to also gear up the monthly too. Stay tuned. I'll be back in a couple of minutes after I finish grinding the material 2 just to do the mat 1 that I also need. That is going to be the fastest and the easiest. So I'll be right back. See you in a few. Hi, and I'm back, and I only need to farm material 1. I think I'm still missing some end metal level 2, but I really have to check, so I'm going to just level up Deadshot and see how much I'm missing, because I lost count of how many I need. So obviously the last one, since it's only rank 1, it's going to be easier, and I'm down to 7,000 gold now, 6.9. And what the hell, I'm going to do it with the Speed Force, and this one is super fast. Yeah, I already have 40, and I'm just going to do this because I can, just to burn out. I will suggest to you, I would advise that whenever you come across the material event of your choice, if you don't have any particular need of any particular material, cut the chase and farm the highest node you can. If you are up to node 4, farm node 4, so you get some mat 3 on the side, because the basic materials, the material level 1, you're going to be getting tons of that by farming your heroic mission legendary. Now, this is going to be very, very expensive because I don't have enough red agent, and I'm going to have to use a bunch of gray material just to get to level 70. And there you go. This is from level 63 to 70, and it's 4.6 million. If I had some other red material available, some red XP agent, this could go down to maybe 2.8, 2.6, and from 60 to 70 I have done it in under 4 million. But it takes a lot of grinding and using exclusively XP Agent 4 and XP Agent 5. So it takes a lot of saving. So I'm just going to level up Deadshot then, and I'm down to 5.4 million essence. So I rank up my gear, and I'm going to go for, well, in order. It makes no difference for me. So I think I will screw up something along the way regarding speed, but I just want yeah. It's 30 material 2. I'm going to fully gear up my Deadshot. So it's just a few, maybe 30 Speed Force. If you remember, I started above 8k gold, and I'm down to 6.7k. There you go. 50. But you have to use all your tries. Never, never leave tries for the material events without using them, especially if you already resetted with gold. So that's the last one, and the final tally is 6.5 million. I'm taking into account the 3 levels that I already had from 60. I started at level 63, but that's around a million point two green essence to level up. So that's legendary 4, level 70, gear 11, hard gun Deadshot. His power is not very high for a legendary 4. I hadn't seen a gear 11, or I hadn't paid attention, but I'm suspecting he is faster than Red Robin. He's 124 speed, yeah, and 47 critical chance, but that increases with his own lead, and 256 critical value, and he adds like 40% on top of that, so he makes almost triple damage if he crits. Wow, Red Robin has more power at less legendary. Oh no, Red Robin is still faster. This one is 127 speed. So all is well. And that's it. That's just how much gold it takes to bring a toon from gear 10 to gear 11 and level 60 to level 70. You might think the amount of essence is too much, but that's only if you only stick to doing your 30 heroic missions, and you try to also get the 50 normal missions. And that gets you money. That's 18 million if you do that every day, but it's almost impossible to run that legendary mission, which is this. I already did the 30 campaign battles on heroic. Trying to run this every day consumes too much gold to be profitable on the gold sense. So look, I already geared my Deadshot, and I actually started last month. Gearing from 1 to 10 is not that difficult. It doesn't take that much materials compared to what gear 11 takes. So you can start building up gold, materials, and essence, and yeah, it took a long time. That was almost 2 hours of grinding for farming materials, and that's where we end up. But this was just to show you guys that it's doable, it's possible, it's not difficult, it just takes a long time. With that, I say to you goodbye. We'll meet each other the next time. Leave a like, subscribe, leave comments, keep grinding on. See you next time.